Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2017 mid-month readings, and thank you for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers who may be with us for the first time. Always a thank you to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow and subscribe to this channel. And thank you for taking the time, for those of you who do, to write in your comments and send such lovely feedback and support. Thank you so much for that. And to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings, thank you as well. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you, and I am always grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And a thank you to my regular clients as well for the consistent feedback that you're so great at sending and how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you've never read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and that'll give you a little more information in detail. Also has my email address. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do a variety of readings: love and romance, compatibility, chartings, year overviews, career, work, and finance, channeled messages, and so on. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. Turnaround time currently for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks. But since I do readings full time, 6 days a week, I'm usually able to get back with you quite quickly and almost always set up a reading live or recorded within a 2-week period of time. So I am continuing to use the Gilded Tarot by artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing the customary 8 cards I typically do, even though we're focusing more on the last half of the month and the month in its entirety. And I also include an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck as your crowning card, representing overall energy and advice. Now, there are many of you watching, thousands of you watching, and of course, everyone has many different things going on in their lives. So, of course, the readings are not going to mean the same thing for everybody to the same degree. And for some people, if this is your primary sun sign, it may not resonate much at all. So check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. They may play out a little more predictably for you and just give you additional insight and clarity into what's going on in your life. So let's get right into this. This reading is for Gemini, the air sign of Gemini, for April 2017, mid-month. What do the next couple of weeks have in store for the twins, the air sign of Gemini, the two faces of Gemini? What does the remainder of April 2017 have in store for the air sign of Gemini? Gemini, the twins. What do they need to know? What do they need to see for the remainder of April 2017, April 2017, mid-month for Gemini? Okay, Gemini. We begin with the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Wands, the Empress, followed by the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, followed by the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the Emperor. Okay, Gemini, interesting. I'm picking up actually as I was laying the cards down, getting some messages in already. I feel like a lot of you have the opportunity to begin something new, and it's something new that's tangible. It's like in that earth energy sector of your life: money, finances, job, resources, property, moving, relocating, perhaps starting a new job, or perhaps, all of that combined. But I feel like you can't do it, or there's something blocking you. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's something that feels like it's blocking you or trying to hold you back from moving on or from this new beginning is actually a person. For some of you, it's just going to be situational details, but I think for a lot of you, I'm getting that there's a person who's either trying to restrict you or control you or block this new beginning, or kind of a bit of a naysayer energy. Let me just take another look here. Okay. Actually, I'm going to start with your crowning card because for some reason it's showing up as central for me. Your crowning card representing overall energy or the central focus is the Emperor, major arcana card. Now, the Emperor can represent a specific person in your life that's manifesting the character traits of the Emperor. It can represent a father or a father figure, someone with that paternal energy. It can represent in business or in a company, this could represent a boss, a CEO, an owner. It could represent a judge, somebody within a position of some seniority and status, importance and power, someone who has the ability to make significant changes and decisions as well. Sometimes this energy can be quite restrictive or can feel quite restrictive and quite controlling and demanding, very rigid too sometimes. And I'm kind of picking that up for a lot of you Geminis watching. This Emperor energy is actually specific to a person in your life that's either trying to prevent an opportunity for a new beginning or slow it down or restrict it somehow. And it could be a father figure, paternal energy that maybe isn't agreeing with you moving forward, moving out. It could be a relationship that you're in with someone who's controlling or domineering. It could be a boss or someone in a position of status and authority in your life. The energy is it feels quite kind of like it's trying to hold you back from something. And the something, of course, there's a lot of you watching, that something is going to vary per person, even though the fundamental energy remains the same, as I always say. That something could be a relationship, moving forward into relationship. I feel like for some of you, you're wanting to get married or move in with someone, and the Emperor may be an actual father figure or someone in your life who's maybe saying, I don't think that's a good idea, I don't think you're ready, or I don't think it's going to work. It could be wanting to move forward or begin something tangible new in job or career path, and uh, maybe a boss or a supervisor, or, somebody over you is, trying to block you or trying to make it difficult for you to achieve this kind of new beginning. So at the beginning of the spread, we have the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Wands. So the Ace of Pentacles, here we have Earth energy, which is the element that governs the suit of Pentacles. So the energy of this suit manifests itself typically in the earthly, tangible sector of our lives, energy that often deals with things like money, finances, resources, property, assets, job, things we can see and touch and feel. Aces represent the beginning of something, seeds, a new start, which has a lot of potential to grow into something, that has a lot of potential. How whether it succeeds or whether it fails is depends largely in part on how it's planted, nurtured, and taken care of. Otherwise, aces can represent new beginnings or ideas which, if not acted on or taken care of, can just kind of fizzle out and disappear. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. So this represents a new opportunity, something in front of you, the start of something which has a lot of potential, but it's tangible, it's concrete. Often, the Ace of Pentacles comes up for moving, relocating, beginning a new job. Sometimes it can represent a sum of money or resources coming in, some kind of material resources coming in that effectively helps you begin something new, start something new as well. Now, it's paired with the Eight of Wands. Here we have fire energy, which is the element that governs the suit of wands. This is a very dynamic suit. Its energy is all about change, movement, action, power. It's also about creating and manifesting and building. The Eight of Wands is a card about communication, powerful, swift communication. And by communication, we live in a technologically savvy world. So this could be anything from phone calls to physical mail, email. It speaks of messages coming back and forth. Sometimes it represents messages which are on its way, information, news messages on its way, which haven't arrived yet, but they're coming quite quickly. So it looks like the middle of the month, Gemini, if it's not already happening right now, it's going to be happening like very, very quickly. News, information, messages, conversations happening around some kind of tangible new beginning. Some of you may have the opportunity to move, relocate. You may be in the midst of planning that and kind of in the midst of that chaos, starting a new job. Some of you may be having lots of conversations or communications around some money coming in or some other kind of tangible material resources coming in. But again, it's towards making a new start, a new beginning that's tangible. I feel like a lot of you, it's moving energy, it's actual physical relocation. But for some of you, it could be a new job, which requires you to move or relocate as well. But it looks like there's a lot of messages, news, conversations happening around this. Now, next to that, we have the Empress, followed by the Eight of Swords. So the Empress is also a card about new beginnings. It's about fertility. It's about the time being right to plant these seeds, to begin to start to nurture and take care of them, and so they can grow to their full proper manifestation. It's sitting right next to the Ace of Pentacles, this new start, this opportunity for a new beginning. And the Empress says the time is right to actually begin this. This isn't completion energy. The Empress is about the beginnings, fertility, pregnancy, rebirth. For some of you, it could be literal fertility as well in terms of pregnancies. But the Empress, so keep that in mind too over the next couple of weeks. It's a fertile period, but it's a good time to start new projects, plant new seeds, literally or figuratively. It's a good time for usually she shows up as a green light, the yes sign for starting new things, beginning new projects, ventures, jobs, relationships, new start. The Empress is also about nurturing nature, self-nurturing, taking care of yourself. Maybe in sometime over the next couple of weeks, indulge in things that feel good to your senses, walks, hot baths, massages, things, dancing, things that make you feel good. It's also a card connected with nature as well, being in nature more often. But it's about the time being right to plant seeds to start something new. Now, it's accompanied by the Eight of Swords. So here we have air energy, which is the element that governs the suit of swords. And this is not emotional energy. This is mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's all about what goes on up here, our words and our ideas and how we communicate them. Thoughts, perspectives, perceptions, our belief systems. Swords is also about truth, clarity, devoid of emotion or not controlled by emotion. It's about clear thinking, insight. The Eight of Swords, however, is a card that expresses feeling trapped, held hostage, not in control, feeling bound up, maybe vulnerable. You can see this woman is on her knees. She's surrounded by this ring of swords, chained up at the wrists, with this blindfold around her eyes. But the energy of the Eight of Swords is somewhat illusionary, meaning the only thing really that's keeping this woman feeling like she's trapped and held hostage, that she doesn't have the ability to free herself or to do what she wants to do. It's actually just in her mind. It's the idea, this message that she's getting from somebody else or from herself that says, you can't do what you want to do. You can't have this new beginning. It feels like something is making you feel, or someone is making you feel like you are blocked from this new beginning or restricted somehow. But nobody's put her down on her knees. Nobody's keeping her on her knees. These chains, which are wrapped around her wrists, aren't connected to anything or anyone. She could free herself by twisting her wrists, stand up on her own 2 feet, remove the blindfold, and walk right through and away from whatever these swords represent. So this sense of feeling like you can't have this new beginning, you can't move forward, you can't plant these seeds and begin to grow and manifest whatever this is an illusion. It is in your head. You do have the ability to free yourself from this sense of feeling trapped and restricted and held hostage, no matter what message you might be getting from your own mind and from somebody else. Because again, that Emperor energy, I feel quite strongly, represents either a person who's not wanting you to move forward. It could be in a relationship sense, whether that's an actual paternal relationship or a romantic relationship, somebody important to you that's trying to talk you out of it or trying to prevent you from this moving forward in a very tangible way. Could be in a relationship situation. It could be in a job, workplace, project, or venture. For others of you, the energy of that emperor may not be attached to a specific person, but it may feel like the details of the situation, there's something about it which is preventing you or holding you back, making you feel like, gosh, I have this opportunity to do this, have this tangible new beginning, but I can't. Spirit is strongly saying, yes, you can. You do have this ability. You can free yourself, take the blindfold off, and see the situation for what it really is. And you can just walk away from it into this new beginning. Now, next to that, we have some very fast, fiery, active energy. We have the Knight of Wands paired with the Page of Wands. So here we have fire, which is the element which governs the suit of wands. The suit of wands, this energy is, well, we already went through that. Creating, manifesting, building. It's very, can be very fast moving too. Knights are the bringers, the deliverers of the tarot. They represent typically an offer, an opportunity, something being brought to you, or you bringing something to someone else. An offer, an opportunity in front of you, and they can also represent the speed at which a situation moves, or how fast the energy is. So this knight, the Knight of Wands, out of all four of the knights, would be the fastest because he's governed by the element of fire. So an offer, an opportunity is in front of you. It feels like there's a timeline attached to it. There's a window of opportunity. It's coming in fast. It feels like you need to act on it very fast, particularly paired with that Page of Wands. Page is also representing new beginnings, the beginning of a new venture, a renewal of something, a really exciting new message about this new beginning. Very fast moving, intense, enthusiastic, passionate energy, which is good, but be cautious of this because it may be for some of you that you feel so restricted and bound up that in trying to free yourself and move forward, just be careful to kind of make sure all your ducks are in a row and the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. We want to make sure that if you're removing yourself from something like a situation, a job, a relationship, that you try to at least plan as much as you can, take care of the details so that you don't just catapult yourself into something without making sure that, you want to make sure you've packed enough socks for the journey. There needs to be water in the pool before you jump in. So be cautious of going from one extreme to the other. It does feel like this opportunity is fast moving, that it's come in very quickly too. But I also feel like you have two knights here too. And since they often represent offers and opportunities and people bringing offers and opportunities, I feel like you are getting that there are other people around you that are saying, come on, we'll help you do this. Because you have the Knight of Wands here, and you also have the Knight of Pentacles next to him, which is another offer or opportunity coming in that's tangible. It's a little slower moving, but it's very reliable and steady energy, which is at the end of, at or towards the end of April 2017, we have the Knight of Pentacles accompanied by the Two of Cups. So the Knight of Pentacles is a tangible offer opportunity coming in, and I feel like it's connected with this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it's kind of all the same thing, Gemini. There's something in front of you uh, that's going to change your life in a tangible, see, touch, feel sort of way. Moving, relocating, a new job, money or resources to be able to do that. I feel like you're getting offers of help and support from other people. Some of that is emotional support. Some of that is tangible, actual physical support, perhaps helping you move, or helping you with what you need to affect this new beginning and this change. I feel like this tangible help that's coming in at the end of the month is connected with perhaps a romantic partner or a really close best friend, because that Knight of Pentacles is paired with the Two of Cups, which is traditionally considered the soulmate card. This is water energy here, which is the element that governs the suit of cups. And the energy of this suit manifests in the emotional landscape of our life: emotions, feelings, relationships, love. Traditionally called the soulmate card, it speaks of a karmic connection between two people. I mean, in business, it could be the merging of two companies in a way that benefits everybody in more than dollars and cents. Fundamentally, the definition is the coming together of two things, be it entities, corporations, a job, the perfect job for you, the perfect person for you, not a perfect person because no such thing exists. But we're talking about the joining together of two people or situations, which is beneficial on a variety of levels. For relationships, this would represent somebody it's more than just physical attraction. It's about a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit, seeing life in the same way, having a lot in common, meeting somebody, and after a short while, you feel like you've known them for a long time. A really great union in a variety of different ways, on a variety of different levels. It looks like this person is offering their help and support. I feel like for some of you, you're getting married or moving in with someone or moving away perhaps with your soulmate or partner. Uh, Perhaps some of you have are gotten a new job and are relocating and your partner's coming with you or vice versa. Because I feel like for a lot of you, it's with somebody else. But again, there's this restrictive bound up energy too, this emperor energy, whether it's attached to a specific person who's maybe not approving of this new beginning, doesn't think it's going to work out for you, or that emperor energy for some of you is going to represent that it looks like a great, potentially a great new thing, but the details of it, it feels like you're not able to achieve it. But I feel quite strongly, Gemini, that spirit is saying you can do this. There is a way to do this. If you really want it, you can actually achieve this. Plant the seeds and begin to nurture and take care of this beautiful new beginning. It's tangible too. It's moving, relocating, a new job, money, finances for a new beginning. You are not trapped. You are not held hostage. Regardless of how strong that energy is, you need to take a step back and see it for the reality that it really is. You are in control of this, Gemini. And if this is something you truly want, go for it. It looks like you have support and help around you. And for some of you, it looks like you've got somebody special, somebody quite connective with you in your corner, be that a romantic soulmate kind of partner or just a soulmate kindred spirit of another sort, because there's all different kinds. So keep that in mind. You're in charge, Gemini. If this new beginning is something you really want, you're going to have the help and support that you need, and you are able to achieve this. So remember that when you get into those moments of doubt or despair or feeling like I can't do this, I can't do this. It looks really good, but I just can't. You can. And it looks like it has potential to be quite beneficial to you, particularly if this is a material move like a new job or a move or relocation in a very tangible way. It looks like it's going to be quite, potentially could be quite prosperous and abundant for you, even in an emotional sense as well. So, Gemini, that pretty much wraps up your April 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it and that you find it useful, that it gives you perhaps a bit of clarity and insight into what's going on in your life over the next couple of weeks. I feel like this is something going to continue to play out in May as well. And again, if anyone would like a more personal, specifically tailored for you reading, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see all of you in a couple of weeks for the May 2017 general readings. And until then, Gemini, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.